coming and join us.
We're here on a great day today. It's our third soap from Talent Soap Factory.
It's a beautiful morning with the Barbershop Duet.
Hi, I'm Marcus Klinger with Klinger Vocal Studio.
And I'm Sarah Vincent with Sarah Vincent Virtual Pilates.
But on Wednesdays and Saturdays,
we are the Barbershop Duet.
Hey, it's good to see you. Come on in. We were hoping you were here today. And if you're here during the live premiere, join the chat. Say hi. Introduce yourself. We got a lovely bunch of guys that are hanging out with us on Wednesdays and Saturdays. And like and subscribe. It helps out the channel.
Yes.
So for our mention today, we have started venturing out into fragrances. And Barrett Fragrances is a cologne house that makes duplicates or homages to some of our favorite colognes. And this is how they come in their sample size. They are 10 milliliter sizes. They are just under $10 if you use the code from our friend Stacks when you go over there. And they lift out just like that. Now, this is a sample of Ultra Male, which I used to wear Le Male in college by Jean-Paul Gaultier. So that's why I got this. What do you think of this one?
Let's see. You know, I have to say, if I hadn't been told that it was a male scent, there is something in it that, to me, I kept getting like a purple color or something fresh about it.
Yeah.
So I did put it on me, and I actually would totally wear it again. So it wasn't, I know it may be meant for the men, but I feel like I could still pull it off. It's very enjoyable, and it's bright. And now that it's almost spring here, it kind of reminded me of that spring, almost summer kind of time. Like I would definitely want to rock it then.
Le Male was like the one cologne that I wore for a decade or more. And I think I liked it because it was like soapy and a little bit minty and super clean. And there wasn't anything too spicy or on the darker side for it.
No, it's definitely a lighter scent.
Yeah. So I love Ultra Male because they've taken Le Male and just added a thing or two to it. And it's the same scent that was in our Prom King soap from
check
Summer
that
Break
episode.
soaps. Yeah. So anyway,
overall,
if you
fun to
so before you invest in the large size, you might
Yeah.
just want to go on and grab a bunch of these little samples. They seem to last a very long time, and it's a great way to try out your favorite
Really is,
scents.
yeah. So we're having fun, but we'll definitely be back with more of these.
And what's our soap today?
Our soap today has been in the box for a while. We've been trying to figure out where to sneak it in, and it is finally time to bust out our third from Talent Soap Factory.
We did the first two. We did Fantasy Donut and our Labor Day junk food specials way back in September. And then we did Vandal, which is the smell of freshly drying spray paint in honor of her dad who does painting. So
we took this one on more as a classic kind of one, just to kind of see how they play with that. Since we went a little more extreme with the other ones, this one we tried to go with just because tobacco was kind of a scent in the shaving world that's really been going around. And we have a few that are kind of different twists on tobacco. So this one's kind of a fun
wait till you see the label, folks, because of the 3 soaps that I bought this one with the book by its cover in mind because the label was so beautiful. I didn't even care what the soap smelled like. But now that we've smelled the other 2,
I'm intrigued.
I think we're in for something special because they do great work at Talent Soap Factory. Let's meet the soap! All right, so there's not much on the sales page except the scent notes. So it's a tonka bean and tobacco, and then there's a few other things sprinkled in now.
But if you look at the cover, it does look like a really adorable little restaurant, like almost international somewhere that we could just go escape there and sit outside with a coffee.
And I have a great connection to tobacco because my grandfather would smoke a pipe. And kind of all day, just not like obsessively, but like you never knew. At 2 o'clock in the afternoon, he might load his pipe. He would smoke a cherry tobacco, and it was just, I don't know, one of the nicest, most comforting scents.
It just reminds you of him,
watching TV or going out for a drive with your grandpa, and he's got his pipe going on. And I know it's kind of a different era now with tobacco and things, but you're not going to take those scents away from us, folks. You're not going to take that comforting aura of tobacco away. And so, that's why I love that so many shaving soaps, when they do go onto the masculine side and sort of the spicier side for us guys, that they imbibe in the tobacco.
But this one has and this has the tonka bean with it, what I feel like will be great friends. Just that little sweetness on it. With that, I feel like they could really blend well.
And between Tom Ford's vanilla tobacco and like McDuff's trail tobacco, I mean, they could be anything. They could totally run the gambit. So I don't know if this is going to be a sweeter cherry tobacco or more of the tobacco leaf or the tobacco flower. I'm just excited and I'm strapped in for a tobacco ride, but let's see what the tonka bean also brings into it.
I'm really curious. And it's fun because since we started our show, barbershops for me and I think tobacco scents were the ones that I was most surprised about during this journey. That both of them I did not expect to enjoy as much as I have. So it has been a really fun journey to get few more and more that have a little hint of tobacco. Some are more prominent than others. So I'm really intrigued to see what I think of this one.
Oh, I'm going to miss this box because it's been on the piano for so long, but let's open it! All right. right, y'all, here's how it came. The last one in the box.
Okay.
I haven't even peeked. It's still wrapped in
it
the
is.
foamy paper.
Oh, that fun teal. Look at that.
It's got a little metallic
Wow, it's
sheen
way
to it.
better in person, y'all. Just
Y'all,
in case
look
you
at
wondered.
that. Just beautiful.
detail.
I love it. Oh, wow. Okay, y'all.
I want to be there.
I want to be there and I know how to get there. Let's have a first impression. All right, you want me to go first?
I think you should, actually. I was going to make you, so I'm glad you volunteered.
I have just learned tobacco could be anything, so I'm just so excited to see where Talent Soap took it this time. Let's see.
From a
here.
donut shop to Vandal,
Right.
now this, like, a whole 3-tier of
Love
different
those.
things.
Somebody asked the other day, is Fantasy Donut, do you just get a sugar note or do you actually get like the yeasty donut?
Right.
Oh no, I get the donut. It's in there.
Reals.
The bread, the yeast, it's in there
It's
somehow.
a real donut.
So let's see what they
maybe
did
a real
with tobacco
cafe here.
and tonka bean. Here we go.
Immediate response.
I didn't even have to take that deep a whiff, folks. Wow. Wow.
Is it sweeter with the Tonka part there? Oh.
Y'all, they should have called this Tonka bean and tobacco for openers because there's a world that happens once you get inside, but you still keep tobacco and Tonka bean on your
Yeah,
arms. I
okay.
mean, they're still with you.
Does the
But where
label make
this
sense? Like,
goes. Oh, it totally does. Okay, so y'all, and here's why the label is like uber descriptive, because Tonka bean and tobacco for me are darker scents.
Right,
They're
okay.
spicier, they're darker. But look at this label. It's a
super
beautiful
fun,
light day outside. It's the beautiful clean creaminess of the afternoon, right? It's both. So
Okay.
they've got the tobacco and the Tonka, but it takes you to a clean, beautiful, bright outside place. And I don't know how they did that. Because
I
it's
was
like
gonna ask if you
finding
were
the clean
outside.
parts inside of those two darker spices and bringing them to the surface in such a beautiful way.
do you feel like you're somewhere international, like somewhere Europe or something? Because the picture to me reminds me of somewhere, that you'd see that, everyone sits outside drinking their espressos and stuff.
No. You know what's more like for me? Imagine if you've ever seen Star Trek The Next Generation.
Okay.
They have a beautiful plot device because they wanted to be able to go to like crazy places, right? So they have this plot device on the ship called a holodeck. And the idea is that it creates holograms all around you, and the ones that are closest to you, you can actually feel. They have like
Interesting.
weight to them or something, they have mass to them.
right.
So it's just a way of creating any place that you want to go. But over the years that the series evolved, they would use the holodeck to do amazing things. Like they had an android on the show who was crazy smart. So they created a Sherlock Holmes mystery where the villain was capable of defeating the robot.
Whoa.
And they phrased it that way. So the villain accidentally took over the whole ship.
Right.
Like he left. So it's just that. For me, this would be like if I wanted to create this in the holodeck.
Okay.
So it's not real. It's a computer. It's AI creating for you the most perfect, down to every detail, down to the way the napkins are folded, down
the
to the way
linen
the sun
tablecloth,
glistens
yeah.
off the colors of the vinyl on top of that awning. It's just everything. And when you take it in, I can almost smell every single thing in this picture.
Interesting.
It's bananas.
But the
I
whole
was
time,
not
you still
expecting
get
this.
the tobacco and the Tonka
Yes.
with you.
But they only stay with you for about half of what's in this.
Interesting.
The rest
Then it
of what's in
twists.
this is a giant adventure. So
Okay.
now that I have painted
Well.
way too big a picture for you.
Let's see if
Now,
I can create
you
my
take
own
this
here.
in, see what
Watch
you
me be
think.
like, none of that.
Watch
is
me be like,
right,
no,
Marcus.
I just get cigarettes.
You're a
Like,
liar.
no, taking it.
Oh, interesting. It's not as tobacco forward as I was expecting,
Right,
though.
right. They're still
you
on
can
your
smell for it
arms.
For you.
But that's not really where you're going with
No,
them.
yeah.
Like they're your
interesting.
travel partners,
They're
but that's
there.
not where you're all headed.
And I am somewhere bright and clean still. And you're right. I could totally feel like there's a light breeze, like that spring air, which is kind of fun because it is spring for us to open now.
Yes, I do. That is funny
You
you
know,
say
like
that. I
there's
do get a
something
little bit of a
cool.
natural spring morning in
Right.
there too.
And I don't smell the coffee. I was kind of thinking by the label I might. But I do feel like I'm sitting outside in somewhere that I would enjoy, like the breeze
Yeah.
going by.
No coffee. It doesn't go dark enough. I know that seems funny, but it doesn't
Right.
go dark enough for coffee.
But
This is the
yeah.
lightest tobacco we've got, not in terms of intensity, but in terms of like cleanliness.
Right. And I almost feel like like I could even be sitting at an outside park or
Yep,
something. Like
that's
there's
exactly
just
it.
something fresh air about it,
Right.
which I know is weird to think of when there's tobacco. Like you almost think of like a tobacco lounge
Even like
or something
tiny
darker.
hints of perfumes from the ladies that are sitting around me at the other tables. There's just everything that's in that label picture is somehow in this soap. And
And
it's
the
amazing.
tonka bean part to me almost creates like a clean, creamy, powdery kind of vibe. It's
Right.
not a just straight up
Right.
tonka bean. There's something
Yes.
else with it that's tweaking it a little bit.
Absolutely. And you know what? I'm going to surrender right now because this is way too magical. I need to know what's in this. Let's look at the scent notes. Oh! Okay, this is starting to make sense, y'all. This is starting to
That
make sense.
is what's making it different.
So I'm going to put my flag on this. Tobacco and tonka bean for starters.
Yeah,
And then it
I'm
takes
with
you
ya.
into a big old party. Okay, what are we
yeah,
starting
okay, so
with
this
here?
first thing now makes complete sense with
Yep.
what I was getting. I knew there was something with the tonka that
Yeah.
I wasn't. Anyways, dry fruit accords.
Dry
Dry fruit. So not fresh, but dry. And
Got
there
it.
is something in there.
cranberries, peaches. It's kind of those, right?
But just enough to have a gentle nudge. Maybe
Yeah.
when we lather, we'll get a little bit
Like
more.
that's
but
how they took what could have been a much darker spice and made it lighter. It's a dried fruit. And then a not dried fruit.
bergamot.
Bergamot. Freaky lime.
Right. But with clove.
Bergamot in a shaving soap? How odd.
Right? But then it has clove
Clove.
and ginger and cocoa. So those three are just enough to have the spices that almost disguise a little the tobacco without it being
Right.
Right?
That's the party I'm talking about. Imagine ginger and cocoa and tobacco together.
And then it lists here tobacco leaves. So it is
Ah.
that is the lighter
Yes.
side.
Okay,
That's
so it's
why
not the
as
cured
dark.
pipe tobacco. It's the tobacco.
Yeah,
leaf.
and I get that. That's why I'm
Yeah,
sitting
me too.
outside. Like that's
Me
why
too.
we knew it was daytime. There's something different about the leaf.
Wow. And then, of
there.
course, and there's an adjective here. Creamy Tonka bean.
I was
not just
right.
Tonka bean. You did. You said that.
Creamy tonka bean. Okay.
And then finally.
This is new. This is kind of fun.
See, it's stuff like this.
This is
It's
why I thought I was at a park.
every time I smell a soap that's on my F word list, on my favorite list, and I think this one is crawling its way up that list right now, there's always a scent note in there where you're like, what? And then when you
get
go back
it.
and you smell for it, you're like, oh, that did amazing things. And this is it. I didn't recognize that at all at the beginning when I was like, wait, sweet wood sap?
Yeah.
But that's
that's why we were both
totally-
outside. Like there's something even in the picture of the restaurant, like the chairs are wooden. You could even be thinking of sitting like in those outdoor chairs. That's why I think I thought park, like a park bench or
Yes.
something. I was totally getting that.
Wow. And what I
Interesting.
love is when they bring in scent notes that I've definitely smelled before, but it makes something so new with its own identity that you just leave the scent notes in the dust because you can't really sense any singular one because the way they're coming together makes such a defined personality.
Well, and it's interesting. I'm still getting a place versus a person.
Oh,
So
100%.
whether going the
100%.
masculine and feminine side, I don't even think that would work because I really do
No.
feel like it's a location. It's a
I am
place.
outside in a sunny morning. It is
Right?
72 degrees and a tiny bit balmy.
And
Like,
it's- yeah.
I know where I'm
And
at.
there's just the breeze that's in the air that's enough to keep you a little cool. But
I even know the chairs are comfortable. Can I say
right?
that?
We
I
just
can
want to
even tell
stay
that
and
the
enjoy our
chairs are
time.
comfortable.
I think we
Incredible.
should bust out the ladder
Ah!
because now that we've read these through, I'm curious if the sweet
She's
parts are
got
going
a
to stay
point.
there or the more spicy side.
Right.
I
How
don't
soft
know.
is the soap? It's been
Let's see.
curing on the piano for 6-7 months there.
It's definitely more of the harder
It's
side
got a
now.
little
but
bit of a bite
yeah.
back. All right, we're going to push this into the grooves of our honeycomb vanillé custom shaving bowl here,
Yeah.
y'all. Great bowl.
It is. It is. It does have more of a little push to it.
And y'all stay tuned for messages because Matt at Teton Shaving has given us a code to give away to y'all for a brush of your choice from his site
Watch
if
this
you
one in
are
action.
our lucky winner. So, he sent us this one and it is just instantly one of our favorite brushes. It is beautiful. It's from the Zen series.
It is. But look at how it works. It wakes everything up quickly.
Oh, it's amazing. Look at that. And y'all, as you get to know the soaps in your collection, some of them are going to want a bowl like this where you can really push the soap into the little nooks and crannies and slowly draw it out with your brush. And some soaps are going to want more of a stainless steel bowl where you can instantly just jump that soap onto the bristles of your brush. So as you get to know your hardware collection and your different soap bases, you'll kind of get to know which combination gives you the lather you're looking for. This has been my TED Talk.
How's it smelling over there, though?
Oh
Is
my
it
God.
waking things up?
Oh
or...
my God. I am being taken away. It's like Calgon over here.
if you are a tobacco kind of person and you want to be able to have a lighter type of tobacco.
Oh, that is a really good point.
You know, this might be a safe spring
Wow.
approaching summer scent.
This is why she's here, folks. Yeah, because if I do want a tobacco scent, but I don't really want a darker fall scent.
Right, the heavier
I want something that's
side.
got a little bit of the light of spring to it with that tobacco. This does that. Okay, so this is something you will only see here in the Barbershop Duet. We did have it patented. This is the comparative whiff, ladies and gentlemen. Oh.
The sweetness is not crazy. It's
Right.
more lighter and brighter there.
It's yes, absolutely. And it's kind of nice because it balances out, it evens out.
It does.
But the intensity drops a bit.
It does, a little bit.
Oh.
It's very light, very enjoyable. It does have the tobacco side, the tonka bean, and then those other things totally sneak in. The different spices, the sweet wood sap.
Oh, just a sweet, clean, slightly soapiness is coming
Right?
into the lather here. Oh,
Okay,
wow.
so now that we've got this lathered up, and now that we have our list of scent notes, I think we should take this a little deeper.
I don't know what country this is in, but I'm thinking it's south of the equator. Let's head on down. You know, for me, that little beautiful storefront, it kind of looks like Northern California storefronts in some of our more little touristy historical
like the coastal
towns, right?
towns. Yeah, I would see that.
Like if you think about like a little coffee shop in Lafayette, California.
Right, right.
It kind of looked like that. So I love that this kind of keeps me at home, but a place that I might drive to for a little adventure first thing in the
Right,
morning,
yeah,
you know?
yeah. No,
Like a
I'm
little
with you.
favorite coffee shop of my own.
Like if you on a Saturday wanted to take your time and go out and join a nice brunch somewhere or something, like this is totally the type of scent you'd want to rock. Like,
And I love that the tobacco, y'all, for me, it smells like I'm sitting at a lovely table and the person behind me is putting some cherry tobacco in their pipe. That's what it smells
and
like.
the dry
Like I
fruit
just get-
accords, I
right.
think, help
And I
with
think
that.
that's helping to bring out that little bit of a cherryness to it because that's the sense I get. And it's so comforting. Wow.
It is. And again, it is not too tobacco-y that people that aren't fans of tobacco would get deterred by it. I think
Right.
it's a great way to approach a tobacco.
Right. And y'all, the key to a good lather is a little bit of time. But
Just let
thank
her
goodness
go.
because you've got the art of some amazing people that is wafting up from these beautiful scent notes into your nose as you do it. So we've noticed that while we could shave after we've lathered for a minute or a minute and a half, once we get to the 2 or 3 minute mark here on the show, the lather just starts filling in all of the honeycombness of this bowl to where you can almost not even see it. It starts pushing back to the brush. So lathering is one of the great mysterious parts of the shaving hobby at first. And I think the missing ingredient usually for me at the beginning
just
was just
consistent
giving it
time.
time. But enjoy that time. Take it in. Smell it. Watch it.
Yeah, we've had
change.
some people say that they even watch our episodes and they'll just kind of lather up while they're hanging out with us for a while.
Or they'll
to
smell it.
stay-
They have the same soaps. They'll be smelling it along with us,
Right.
like as they watch, kind of a smell-o-vision kind of a thing.
But it is nice, not to say distracting, but as you're lathering, you can be watching and enjoying stuff and then be able to go.
Right.
Other people like to play music for their shave experience.
And
Other
then,
people just
there's
like
one
to
friend of
play.
ours that likes to do it in silence because he's got kids and that's the only quiet time he gets. Totally get it.
And something about the ASMR sounds of making the lather or the
right.
clinking of your brush and different things
Or the
or setting
singing
up.
of the razor blade as it takes the hair off.
Right. There's something about that part of the ritual that other people really enjoy too.
Y'all, I know we never discuss lather here on the Barbershop Duet, but,
But
look.
it's a happy
Look
lather.
at this lather after 45
And we're really
minutes in the
breaking in that
bowl.
new brush, you know?
Oh, it's just beautiful. Talent
So was it worth the wait after all these last few months?
Absolutely. This is, I mean, I know that the Vandal one was a little about the novelty
Right,
side.
just more
I mean,
fun and the
paint drying.
label got us, yeah.
But boy, is this gorgeous and as beautiful as anything we have ever found in the
And
artisan world.
it is more on the intensity. I'd give it more like a 2.5
Right.
maybe. Like it's on the lighter side. So people, again, that get more overwhelmed with the ones that are more potent. This may be your lane,
Yeah.
you know, a
'Cause
lighter
even-
tobacco.
Even Fantasy Donut is a little bit on the novelty side. It's a glazed donut. This is somewhere I'd want to spend the day.
It's a really versatile scent. And I do feel like if you didn't read the cover, you just looked at the label and took a
Right.
whiff, you'd thoroughly enjoy it. You wouldn't even need to
Yes.
know what's in it.
And you know what? I can even smell humidity. I'm not sure how, but there's this beautiful balmy quality to this fragrance.
Yeah.
That like wherever you are, there's just a little bit more moisture in the air than you're used to. Somewhere a little bit tropical,
Right,
maybe.
maybe a little warmer. I
little
could see that.
summery. Oh.
But there's a little breeze happening at the same time.
Wow.
It's
And-
just an enjoyable place, clearly.
Right. And as we were diving in to find the scent notes on Google, I took a look at some of the other soaps that they offer. And, you know, I think we may need to make another
agree.
order because some of these labels are just so beautiful. I don't think I
I
can
know.
lay
It's
off.
almost, if you just looked at the labels, it's almost overwhelming to pick pick them because clearly we don't pick by labels at all.
Right.
But then when you go in and look at the scent notes that go with them, you're like, wow, now I'm even more intrigued. Like, how did they put these two together?
Right. And it's so exciting because Talent Soap Factory is still one of the newer artisans and they still make this in their garage, in their kitchen kind of a thing. And so if you are looking to support one of the smaller, newer artisans, take a look at Talent Soap Factory, y'all, because they're doing extraordinary work. And it's pretty simple. All you have to do is wake up on your day off in a beautiful, small little Northern California town. Venture out on foot, maybe. Look for a little bookstore. Look for a little record shop. Look for a little hobby store. And next to it, there's going to be a little cafe where you can grab your favorite drink, a little snack, and even the person behind you is starting to put a little bit of cherry tobacco into their pipe. And guess what? You just got your own! So head over to talentsoapfactory.com to find this and a wide range of other cool stuff. Well, I've had my shave with Tonka bean and tobacco. And y'all, I am happy to say that as much as this perked up my eyebrows at the beginning of our journey as an exceptional base, it continues to do so. I was impressed. This is an above average lather, y'all. And the more love you give it, the more it really blooms into this iridescent yogurt in the bowl that's right where you put it on your face. Not so fluffy that the razor won't cut through it, but not so thick it clogs your blades. It's just like this perfect formula, y'all. Love it!
Welcome to Messages.
Hey, y'all. So Matt at Teton Shaves sent us out this Zen Series brush for free, and it is amazing. It is one of our most favorite brushes. And even better, he sent us a code to give away a brush to one of y'all for free. All you have to do to enter the drawing is to be a subscriber here on YouTube to our channel. Go check out his channel on TikTok, Teton Shaves, and send an email mentioning this giveaway to We Sent You at thebarbershopduet.com. Check back on our episode on May 1st to see if you are our lucky winner.
Best of luck.
That's the fun part about doing 2 scents that are specifically supposed to be novelty and then doing one that isn't, is you're like, whoa!
Yeah.
I thought it'd be a donut or paint drying, but no, this is a beautiful afternoon or morning at one of my favorite little places.
I know, we really spent some time looking at their page, and every time we kept looking, we're like, okay, maybe we'll just stop at 3. Let's see what 3 we should pick. And now I feel like we're gonna have to get our next 3, because holy moly.
Right, you know, I am never disappointed when I blind buy based on the beauty of the label. I don't know why I've had such amazing luck, but it seems like the more beautiful the label, the more beautiful the soap.
I know people do that with wine or something too, don't they? You gotta pick what the pretty label, you know.
I mean, there are certainly some amazing vintages with some very simple labels, but I've never been led astray by ordering a soap with an amazing label on it.
There's fun ones. There's some that are more quirky, and there's some that are more just fun or nostalgic, and there's honestly some that are more feminine looking, which I kind of like, and then there's some that are just nostalgic and scents that you'd never think of. Isn't there like a pickle one? There's something kind of funny too.
And I think they're the ones that have it.
Right, yeah.
So Talent, you are aptly named, and thank you for doing what you're doing and doing it so well, because you are indeed talented.
Yeah, we have thoroughly enjoyed, and we will clearly be back for some more. So don't forget your next appointment with the Barbershop Duet.
Oh, you'll smell better just watching this.